Foran.
Gavin, how are you?
Very well, my man. And yourself, more importantly?
I'm good, mate. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah, getting to grips the first few weeks of this new year.
What's it looking like so far?
Yeah, no, it's looking good.
Yeah.
Listen, each new year, kind of, I suppose, in my line of work and in being self-employed, there's fresh challenges there, I suppose, and there's always kind of, it's a land of uncertainty you're in being self-employed for anyone.
Yeah, of
you
course.
And whatever avenue you choose to be, to work on, so yeah, it should be a good year.
You're leaning in, yeah. Are you someone that embraces that uncertainty, or does it bring up a sense of apprehension?
I don't know. There always is a sense of apprehension at the start of every new year for me, and I think the stakes are raised essentially when you have a family,
Of course.
But even though I know I'll come to grips with it within the first few weeks.
Yeah.
But that's part and parcel of life, isn't it?
And how do you reflect back on 2025?
Very good year.
Yeah. What's been some of your key takeaways from the year, or some of your key highlights?
I suppose expanding my kind of roles in what I do.
Instead of just being sort of one-dimensional to a certain extent.
In that sense, yeah. I kind of broke away from being an internet comedian and impersonator, and there's a new kind of world of presenting there for me now with Ooch TV, and it's been a refreshing year in that sense, covering all these big events. I suppose brushing up on, I was always a boxing fan, always an advocate for the sport, but I suppose brushing up on my knowledge a little more now, being involved in that industry. It's an industry that never stops.
Mm-hmm.
It never stops.
And Fury's making a comeback too. Your good friend Fury.
Yeah.
So
2026, we are in for a big one.
Yeah.
With him coming back. Listen, Tyson is box office. When he's back in there, he
brilliant.
really is.
Well, as are you, man. And this podcast though is all about getting to know the man behind who we see on social media, the man behind the impressions and the presenting and all of that, and sort of maybe bring it back to earlier days. Give us a bit of a background in terms of where it all began for you before, let's say, Al Foran became Al Foran. What did life look like?
I had a great childhood. I'm very fortunate to have had a really healthy childhood. Had great friends as growing up as in Portmarnock. That's where I grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I've lived in Swords for a few years here as well.
Oh yeah, cool.
My brother was from Swords as well. So yeah, it's I look back on my life, my childhood. I was a little character. I was very cheeky. I wasn't shy.
Very good.
And I suppose with regards to where the impressions come into play, in my childhood, I watched a lot of TV, too much TV, obsessed with film, as is my dad and my older brother. My dad more so in the fictional sense. He loved all of, he loved Star Wars, comic book movies. I still go to the cinema with my dad. The two of us go to the cinema all the time. That's our kind of, that's our conversation that we have. That's our connection. Yeah. He supports United, but he puts his eyes up.
Yeah.
What's going on there?
No, man, don't even go there.
Hammer him gone. That's what he's saying now.
Yeah.
Everything about United. The best era for United for him was when Cantona was playing, and that's it. No, great child. And obviously my mother is such a huge influence on my career, my life, my dad too, but my mother, just in a sense, she just got her hand. She's like, if you see the earlier videos, if you watch them, my mom had no problem getting her hands dirty and being involved in the videos. Yeah. Like if she'd be doing impressions and stuff like that. When I started off doing this, it was like, I'm Al in the video and I'm living with these celebrities, and my mom would be involved too.
Yeah.
And she'd be itching to get involved, itching to help in any way. So I'm very lucky that I had that support system with my parents, because, you tell your folks, oh, I'm going to be an impressionist. You know, most parents would
of
go
course.
way out of that.
Yeah, of course.
Go way out of that. Get a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my parents obviously saw the potential in that. And I suppose growing up in Ireland, having the likes of Après Match, Mario Rosenstock, Oliver Callan, my parents would have followed that too, and they saw the value in that.
Yes,
in
indeed.
thinking that, okay, Noel can make a career out of this.
Yeah.
So I suppose I have them to thank as well, in terms of them being my inspirations, and them providing that clarity for my parents back then. You know, because Après Match was a big thing. You know, during the World Cups, World Cups and the European Championships. You know, it was must-see television on RTE.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always had that, you know, support system around me with my mum and dad.
That's amazing, man, because as you said, usually parents will stand in the way and deviate the child to go towards a safer option, such as a steady job and steady wage.
Not so much in an aggressive way. Some parents just, I suppose,
of course.
It's a concern thing. Loving
or fear,
and
mm-hmm.
that's it. But no, my parents, my parents went all in with it. You know,
very good.
With regards to my career.
And were you always good at the impressions, or was it just something that over practice and time you've allowed yourself to?
It was
into?
A natural thing.
Yeah.
It was a natural thing, but it was a natural thing that, you know, you had to work on.
Of course,
constantly.
That grew.
I mean, the first impressions from, you know, as a kid was aunties and uncles. You know, whether it be weddings, communions. I mean, funerals. my nana, God rest her soul. Like, I remember we did a karaoke thing for my nana's funeral.
Class.
When she passed away, and I did a little gig, you know,
and
that was her request. She wanted it to be a celebration, and she knew, like, growing up, my nana knew that I did impressions of my uncles. I did cousins and stuff like that. You know, so that was my party piece as a kid. And I did it on my mom's side of the family too.
Class.
You know, so...
what age were you when you did the show for your...
no, that was 18 when my nana passed away. But I was doing it like 12 years beforehand.
Yeah, of course,
you know?
of course.
I remember it was my cousin Jennifer's 21st. I did a little show as well.
Class. So you always kind of thrived in the spotlight. You never ran away from it or such, or
shyness came into play obviously when I was a teenager.
Yeah, okay.
But as a kid, you know, I wasn't shy whatsoever.
So there was a period of time there that you sort of moved away from it and then found your way back, or was it always kind of there in the background?
I suppose natural. Well, did I move away from it? No, not really. I do remember in primary school doing a Robert De Niro impression in the talent show in our class. And my teacher, I couldn't believe it, but she let me swear and everything like that.
It's not me, it's Robert De Niro.
It was actually, it was like, I look back at it now, it was like the De Niro audition. I don't know if you've seen it, the De Niro audition for The Godfather Part 1, where he auditioned for Sonny. He initially auditioned for the role of Sonny.
Okay.
And Coppola, I think he thought he might have been a bit too young for the role. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Because he was obviously, he's younger than Al Pacino.
Yeah.
So they opted for James Caan, but he said, look, I'll give you a call, you know, when we make the second film. And lo and behold, he played a young Vito Corleone. But if you see him at the audition, you'll find it online.
Yeah. Check
it's him auditioning for the Sonny role. So it was that was the kind of act I did in primary school. But that's the thing. I was watching. I go back to my brother. My brother was watching all of the Godfather, Goodfellas movies. I was watching those movies as a kid, and I probably shouldn't have been watching those movies as a kid. And that's probably why I do those impressions now. You know, the likes of Pesci, Pacino, De Niro. I call them my holy trinity.
Yeah, for sure. They're consistent, aren't they? Yeah. They're like ingrained.
Some people are sick of them.
No. There's always a different twist with each and every one of them. Yeah. And like, is that a challenge actually, where you feel you've squeezed as much juice as you possibly can out of one personality, and it sort of leaves you there with a bit of a challenge to find the next person, or to
it's, I suppose, they're mainstays, so it's keeping them there.
Yeah,
it's kind of it's changing it up a little content wise. That's what's most important. The last 2 years or so, I've started to do these sketches where I audition. I get all of the biggest actors in the world, and they audition for a very famous fictional role. So far, I did a Batman one. I did Superman, and at Christmas I did Elf. Yeah. So I'm working on doing a couple more of them, but that kind of refreshes those impressions a little bit because it there's a different perspective there.
There's a new
I did the
story
first one
behind
was
it.
Bond. I did as well.
Yeah, cool.
You know, and it's always like it's helpful to recycle a bit of content from here and that, you know, I can I can easily recycle that content when it, you know, when the new James Bond is announced, I'll throw that video out again. You know,
course. Yeah.
But it's something that I do enjoy. I enjoy doing that kind of sketch content.
Yeah.
You know, because you're just coming up with different ideas. It's wacky. It's different. It's taking these characters out of their familiarity and their comfort zone and putting them in something like completely different.
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just feel that it's a formula that works.
Yeah, I hear you. And then when did you sort of begin to shift from, let's say, the real life experiences of impersonating people in the classroom or with your friends and family to then moving online and putting it out there?
2010. The year I did my leaving cert.
Okay.
My focus wasn't on my leaving cert that year.
Yeah.
It was February 2010. And I remember, I always tell this story on a podcast, and a good mate of mine, he was a Liverpool fan, he does me bloody head in, but he's like a really, he's a really good friend.
Yeah.
And he he had a free gaff for a good while, a good few weeks. And
okay.
We our local, I don't know if you heard of Tamangos.
No, I haven't.
Tamangos in Portmarnock.
Okay.
So everyone would go to Tamangos and on Friday, like my parents went there and everything.
Okay.
We went to Tamangos on a Friday night, and I opted not to because I knew I was going to be filming these videos the following day in this mate's house, and he said, "No problem, Al, come over, film it, you know, Saturday afternoon." So I had a good night's sleep. Didn't go out the night before. That's a big thing now, sacrificing a night out when you're 18. Do you know what I mean? It is a big thing.
Yeah.
It's massive.
That's a testament to commitment.
It
is.
So I arrived. They were all into Mango's the night before. All of them hung over to bits. But I brought my little camcorder, and fair play to them. We were recording different impressions, filming different impressions over the course of 4 to 5 hours. We did Mourinho. We did, I suppose, popular ones back then, like Alan from The Hangover.
Oh, really?
Jedward.
Was The Hangover 2010, is it? Is that far ago?
Hangover was the year before.
Wow. Okay.
But Jedward.
Jedward
was the one that caught on.
Yeah.
Everyone loved the Jedward one because at that point they were like bubblegum. So these videos were posted onto YouTube, and they went viral, massively viral in Portmarnock and Malahide. It led to me doing a gig in the Portmarnock Sports and Leisure Centre in the Martello Room, which it's a great room, by the way. It used to be called the Live Room. And, you know, acts like Jason Byrne, Tommy Tiernan, I think Dylan Moran played, like the biggest comedians in the country played in that room. So I did a gig in that room. Was it March 27th? It was...
on the same year?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah. I'm giving a shit about me leaving, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I did a gig, and it caught on like in school and everything as well. The teachers caught wind of it. And I remember my school chaplain, Sister Jer, she called me up to the office. She said, "Look, we've seen these videos that you've been doing, you know, and they're popular amongst a lot of the students, you know, and would you be interested in doing something on the intercom?" So she had this thing on the intercom every morning called Thought of the Day, and she'd read out a prayer and she'd play a very inspirational song. And obviously around Christmas time, she'd play Christmas songs and stuff like that. But without fail, by the way, every Friday, it was The Cure, Friday I'm in Love.
Okay.
But there was one particular Friday where she like put together this plan. she said, you know what? He said, I want to change it up this week. He said, I'll do my usual. I'll read out my prayer, but I want you to come on the intercom and I want you to pretend to everyone in the school that Jedward are here in Portmarnock Community School. So this is a couple of months after they did X Factor. So they're very popular. They're getting brand deals left, right and centre. They're in every single ad in the country. Everyone's talking about them. So I go to the intercom. So thank you so much, Sister Jer. Oh my God, this is me, John Edward. We're so happy to be here in Portmarnock Community School. Oh my God, it's so cool. All the students are amazing. Yeah, so cool, John. So cool. I went to town on it. First class ended, and I swear to God, a swarm of girls ran towards the front office to see if John and Edward were there. But it was brilliant. It was a great plan, you know. Unreal. It was funny. Yeah. And the fact that the school got behind it and supported it as well,
isn't it? Yeah.
Was, that was great.
Yeah.
But I remember that. Yeah. That was at the start.
Yeah. Just the blessing of people supporting you and not getting in the way again. I mean, you talked about your parents earlier. You talked about your school chaplain now as well, and that's incredible. And my mates it just fuels your growth there.
My mates were great. You know, there was my mates and my cousin at the time. They were very supportive. And that gig that I did, 20 minutes of it was material, Gavin. I did an hour and 20.
Okay.
The other hour was improv.
All right. Oh, really? Oh, right. On the spot?
Just on the spot.
Yeah.
Just doing impressions of picking out different people. That's kind of my forte as well. You know, I blend my written stuff with my improv, and it does work.
And what about the stage stuff? Is that somewhere you'd like to?
Oh yeah, like I did a tour a couple of years ago. Yeah. I do want to just do kind of a raw stand-up show.
As in with no impressions?
No, with impressions.
Oh, with impressions, but
including them in it, because the show I did in 2018 was very much, it was sketch based.
Yeah, okay.
So there was different sketches.
Yeah.
And I suppose you could add that into it, but I would rather do a full-on stand-up show where I'm telling it, like I have so much stories to tell, you know, with regards to meeting the people who I've impersonated in the past, you know. So there's some good stuff there.
Yeah. Well, again, a lot of blessings and successes along the way, but as you said here, you take a moment, you reflect back on, you know, failures or mistakes along the way that you feel, well, as you said here right now, has also brought you to where you are. Yeah. So I mean, it happened for a reason, but as you sit there, you know, were there moments, or was there a moment there where you felt as though, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what was that like?
I mean, you think it at the time. I mean, it's COVID was probably that for everyone, but there were moments before COVID as well. I did work for a big Irish media company. They poached me at the height of my powers. I left my job in Tommy Hilfiger, and I thought this was a logical move, and it ended up being pretty bad. It was a bad decision on my part because, there were things that, you know, there was stuff that wasn't even on the contract that I was told to do. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit. And I was stifled creatively. And it wasn't good, you know. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I've had downs as well. Do you know what I mean? I've had other. It's natural. I've had gigs where it's been flat, and that's the norm, you know. But at the start, Jesus, I couldn't handle it. Now, being experienced in terms of performance, stand up, I can gauge whether this crowd's going to be in for it or not. It's still to this day, like some of the best comedians in the world as well can gauge that. If the crowd aren't in it, you know, I suppose it's easier now. You know what you're going into, but I don't let it get me down anymore. I still power through it. Still do your set. Still do what you did 2 nights before where you got an absolute a rapturous applause and people laughing their heads off, you know.
But just don't become emotionally attached to it.
No.
Yeah.
No. Rory Stories is a really good friend of mine as well, and we've had these conversations. He's had his gigs before where it does it falls flat, you know. Luckily though, if you're doing a tour, people are coming to see you purely, you know. You're not going to fail. You're not going to. They know what they're getting. They know what they're getting. But it's just part and parcel of it, you know. Some of these gigs, these you know, these commercial gigs and stuff like that, some of them can, you know, they can fall by the wayside a little bit, you know.
How'd you bounce back after the let's call it failure of the TV or the media company?
I left, did my own thing.
Yeah. Not a split second decision, I'm sure. Well,
it's couple of months in the making.
Yeah.
Just some of the stuff I did in there was fantastic though, but I didn't get any credit for it. Okay. My name wasn't mentioned, so that annoyed me a little. You know, but it is what it is. I'm happy it happened.
Yeah, of course.
This is the thing, you learn from these things. You learn from failures in life. You learn from these low moments. They're the best thing that could happen to you. You know, it can't be a high all the way through.
Of course, man.
You know, it really can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I left, and I did pretty well after I left. Actually,
that's when you kind of went completely solo on your own as such. You didn't.
Well, I was solo before that. Yeah, that's when I properly went solo.
Yeah.
After leaving that crowd, and from then on. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. You know, I've had my ups and downs. COVID, obviously, for everyone, massive uncertainty around that. I suppose as well, I enjoyed that period of time, even though it was a very tough period of time for a lot of people. It was for me, even from a business and financial point of view. I did those gigs. I did those Zoom gigs, but I got time to spend. I got to spend time with my my first daughter, my firstborn, and my wife. She's a teacher, and we got those 6 or 7 months.
Yeah,
we had to spend with her, and it was an amazing period of time. You know.
Yeah.
So I was very fortunate to have had that. But I remember doing the Zoom gigs. I had my own podcast as well.
Yeah, class.
And I did kind of enjoy that aspect of it, you know.
Well, you pivot and adapt, don't you? So I mean,
the weather was great, by the way.
The weather was unreal.
That was the best.
There was no planes in the sky, was there?
It's one of the best summers ever, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really was.
I remember you posted something on your Instagram there. Well, that's probably a couple of years ago now, but you were the subject of like a lot of hate for something, or I can't remember exactly what it was. But again, when you put yourself out there on social media, and I'm well aware of this, and I've been in your situation too from a different circumstance, but like you're going to get some vultures coming at you as such, and I mean that can be difficult to deal with and handle, you know. Big time. Yeah.
I don't do myself any favors on Twitter with regards to my football opinions. I think the sentence "stick to impressions."
Yeah.
I've never seen so much in my life.
You're entitled to your opinion, though, you know.
But see, we're all very sensitive when it comes to football.
Yes, indeed.
I am.
A lot of emotion.
There's a lot of emotion in football.
Yeah, there is.
I don't think we realise how sensitive we are to that sport.
Especially Manchester
United. But
and where they're at the moment. Let's not go there.
No. But I do remember. I think I was getting. No, there was just some nasty. Do you know what it is, Gavin? It's the 2 or 3 that you pick out of the 150. That's the issue, and it's still an issue for me. I still look at those 2 or 3, the minority comments out of the overwhelmingly positive comments, but I still focus on them. Do
you still get them? Do you still get a few?
Not too bad.
Yeah,
it's not too bad. They're not like I love the lads that say same old impressions, And I don't think they realize they're watching a video. I'm doing the auditions video or whatever. There's about 4 or 5 new impressions added to that video, but they just don't see past
of
it.
course.
You
They
know?
see what they choose to see, so they can project their shit upon you.
Yeah. Listen,
it's about them, not
I
about
feel
you.
sorry for people that, I suppose feel that insecure about themselves. I think you really do have to look at the deeper meaning behind those comments. I know it's an assumption, but I mean, I'd say 90% of the time people are correct.
Yeah.
In their estimations of judging these people on how they are in life, because they're probably in a very low moment in their life. So I think you have to take that into account as well. Even though they're abusing you, you have to kind of take that into account, and I suppose ignore it, and feel a sense of pity towards them.
Yeah. But does it still sort of get to you though? And how do you deal with it?
Not as much as it did.
Yeah.
Not as much as it did. You build up a bit
of an armor.
A force field, you could say. Over, experience is everything. At the start, it was, of course it was. It was like a shock to the system.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because I mean, as you've mentioned several times, you were heavily supported and had a lot of brilliant validation and praise for the work that you've done and the impressions and everything else. And then this comes out of the blue, doesn't it?
Not just that, like my family in general. Yeah. My cousins, my aunties, my uncles, just a massive support hub for me. And my wife as well. My wife is she's big support for me. She's very, like, in terms of online, she's constantly sharing things and stuff like that, and and liking everything, so no, I am lucky to have that.
For sure. Yeah. So today I am drinking one of Full Circle's newer blends, these Colombian beans with quite a funky taste and absolutely delicious. You can also grab the Brazil beans, which are a more traditional taste. You can grab these beans and check out their wide selection of coffee through the link below on fullcircle.com. As I said, it's something I've been subjected to myself because I've put out some controversial stuff on my social media. But there is the sense of compassion towards the individual because, they're projecting a pain within them upon you. Yeah. That's as I said, I'm sorry that you feel that way. And they're given an out to let it out. So, or an outlet to let it out. And
it's their sense of validation, unfortunately.
It is, yeah. There's that piece, and then there's also like the little reflection in terms of, why is this getting to me though? Like, is this bringing up a certain truth in me that I'm still yet to let go of? Yeah. Or do I still feel like, maybe I'm not good enough, or that I'm not a good person in a certain way? So there's there's a message there for us to sort of look at and go, why is this getting to me? Because if it's getting to me, then I'm giving my power away to them. Why am I giving my power away?
Do you not think more so it's like, hang on a second, you don't have a clue who I am.
Yeah,
if you were to say hi to me in public, I will say hi right back to you.
Yeah.
If you were to start a conversation with me, I'll converse with you as well.
Of course, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But there's still like, there can still be an emotion or a feeling that arises when you read that though, and that's an emotion or feeling in us.
That's the emotion I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's being flabbergasted at the thought of these people who don't have a clue who you are.
Yeah.
Stating their opinion about you because of what they see online and what, they obviously don't.
One small expression of who you are.
The smallest aspect of you and who you are.
Yeah.
And it's online.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what you want to kind of achieve in this podcast. You want to see, the real me in a sense.
Of course.
And look, I'd like to think of myself as someone who's a kind person, nice person outside of social media. I've always prided myself on that. I've always prided myself on having manners as well, treating people with respect. Through all walks of life. Honestly, it's one of the key things in life. I'll teach my children to just show compassion and respect to anyone. Do
you find it difficult that everyone, well, not everyone, but the majority would know you as Al Foran, the impressionist, or Al Foran, the comedian, and it's your identity sort of tied to this, as I said, this one small part of your life? And
yeah. I don't like Gavin. When I got a message, I've got messages from people. They're telling me how much I've improved their mental health. They're in a bad place, and they watch my content to kind of get away from
bring
that.
a sense of joy in their life. And
yeah. And that, I tell you, Jesus, that means a lot. The fact that I can provide that, it means a lot.
Yeah, humor is a powerful mechanism to.
It's yeah. And Jesus, anytime I see that message, I go out of my way to write back to that person as myself, I suppose, because I suppose they're seeing Al Foran, the impressionist, but I write back to them, I thank them, and I tell them, you know what I mean. It's I suppose I try and motivate them. And
yeah, of course, just keep tuning in. I'll keep providing you with a sense of
that's
joy.
It. Just keep, that does mean a lot to me.
That gives you a new sense of purpose around the work, doesn't it? No, around this kind of work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's nothing. It's not too deep. It's just it's me doing impressions of all of these famous characters.
Yeah.
From around the world, and I suppose providing a sense of joy, to people, whether they're in good spirits or whether they're in low spirits. That's it. Putting a smile on people's faces. That's what I aim to do in life. I remember doing a small gig at one of my mates' 18th birthday parties before I did the videos, and I remember getting I did all football impressions, and I remember saying it to my mum the following day, I was buzzed. There was this big party outside the back garden, and I said, Jesus, Mum, if I can make Portmarnock laugh, I can make the world laugh, and that's, hopefully I have
You're doing a pretty
been
good
able
job.
to do that. But going back to failures, it's very important as well. It's very important to, I suppose, experience those low points in your career, because it's the best lesson,
And if you were to go back to yourself at one of those experiences, knowing what you know now, because there's someone else that's probably going through a process in their life where they feel like they're failing, or they've fucked something up, or they've made a mistake, or they feel like they've gone off the beaten track, what would you say to that younger version of Al Foran to help direct them?
Oh, just I suppose, you're gonna wallow about it for a couple of days, aren't you? You're gonna hone in on it. That's what happens. But then you kind of overcome it, and then you knuckle down, and the grind starts all over again.
This will pass.
Yeah, it is. It's this too shall pass. Honestly, I spoke to these two young lads yesterday. I was at the press conference for the big Queensbury show in Dublin on the 14th of March, and there was these two young lads there, and they have a little media channel, and they interview everyone. They interviewed myself and Kellyanne, my co-presenter from Ooch TV, and they're at the start of their career. And I said, I just told them, they asked for advice from me in terms of, for them getting to where they want to get, with this media channel. And I told them to enjoy every single minute of it. Enjoy the chase. There's nothing like the chase for success. Yeah. We're still chasing, for that pinnacle.
Of course.
We still are. I still am too. I'm a bit slower than I was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But I'm still, listen.
But if you were to go back to yourself 10 years ago and imagine you being here 10 years later, you go, oh, I've made it.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
You go, wow, I'm there. Wow.
Hopefully I have. Hopefully I have, Gavin.
But then when you get here, you're looking at the next 5 or 10 years going,
yeah.
That's the next mountain. But, it's the human drive, isn't it?
Well, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all he would say. Mountains are there to be climbed.
Yes.
But,
yeah.
And, it is, nothing is better than the chase. Like, I'm a big professional wrestling fan, right?
Yeah.
And people are interested. The storylines that they're interested in wrestling is the up and coming breakout star in the WWE who has never won the world title, but he wins the Royal Rumble and he goes to WrestleMania. People are invested in that chase.
Yeah. The hero's journey.
Yeah. And that's like, when you're chasing something, listen, there's a couple of hurdles along the way in getting there. But there's no better feeling than it in terms of the adrenaline as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Does the weight of the expectations ever weigh heavily on you in terms of, as I said, you've reached this pinnacle. You are successful in what you do, and there's a certain expectation that comes with that through your audience, through the people around you. Does that ever seep in or get to you? Are you able to manage it?
Well, I mean, I would say in terms of my content, I don't like to oversaturate my Instagram too much. I don't like to, you
sort of keep it to a steady
Well,
number.
It's by choice, and it's also, I suppose, the situation that I'm in as a parent of 2 young kids,
Yeah, it's effort and time. And
it's effort and time, and I do have my priorities. But when I do reach that point in my head where I think I need to give them something, I proper knuckle. It's tunnel vision for me. I come up with different ideas. I brainstorm to myself, and I put content out there, But sometimes that can be abrupt as well. That can I can abruptly stop, that kind of parent thing for a second. If something big has happened in the world of sport or whatever, then I have to be quick on my feet. Yeah. It's reactionary content that people are looking for.
Because it's hot news and
it's hot news. Yeah.
Worth hopping on. Yeah.
And also it's sink or swim as well. That situation that I was put into in the press conference in Miami with Anthony Joshua, that was a sink or swim situation.
Yeah.
And it was, I had to just stand up and do what I did. Now, luckily,
that was pure
him and Eddie fed me.
Yeah.
They were, I was bouncing off them because they were feeding me different names,
Yeah. That was brilliant, yeah.
But it is a sink or swim situation.
Yeah. I sort of felt that. I was like, that's hardly planned, is it? And
no, it wasn't planned.
Throwing your names.
That was not planned. It may seem like it was, but it wasn't.
Yeah. And Anthony Joshua still a work in progress, is he?
He's still a work in progress. Yeah. No, I'll have to nail him down.
Poor old Anthony. Hope he's doing all right.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, that was unbelievably tragic. Those 2 lads were there during that fight week. Course, all smiles after the fight. And
top of the world one moment.
It's just tragic. And AJ was as well. It was the most relaxed and happiest I've ever seen AJ,
Yeah, he did seem quite relaxed. Even that press conference, he was just going with the flow, wasn't he? And
just considering what I suppose mentally he's been through the last couple of years with the Usyk defeats and the Dubois defeat last year. But for him to point me out in the audience like that, a big honor as well for that.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, it was mad when it happened.
Yeah,
and it was sink or swim, and I'm very thankful for him for doing that. Well,
you swam, man. It was very good. It was brilliant. I actually had my son listen to that as well. He had a laugh. Yeah, he's only 8. Yeah, so
it's
class.
And it was fine. There was no swearing in that.
There was no swearing. Yeah. Don't worry. He's heard plenty of swearing. He's not. He'll throw them out there. Yeah. And is there one celebrity that you feel drawn to more than the rest? in terms of even
doing an impression of?
Well, impression or friendship wise as well, in terms of someone you like to be around.
Like listen, Gavin, I did the tours with Tyson Fury in 2021 and 2022 after his big win, his trilogy win against Wilder and the Wembley knockout of Dillian White. Like that was unbelievable. Being a part of that, getting to know him, getting to know John, obviously. Like the format of the shows were fantastic. It was the same formula for every city that we did the show in. I'd be on first, then John, then Tyson, the MC, the compare, Brian is his name, Brian Hooshby, like unbelievable, a force of nature on that stage, proper showman and brilliant auctioneer as well, because obviously there's an auction to go with these shows. But yeah, like the traveling we did, the crack we had. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the airplane video. Yeah, I have. Yeah. That was probably one of the funniest moments in my life. I can't.
What is it about Tyson that draws you in as the man?
Very interesting individual to speak to. You can speak to him about all sorts of topics, and he'll hold up a conversation with you. Just a really nice fella. It wasn't all boxing that we spoke about. It was other things. And
there's a real human behind it.
Yeah.
You can feel that. Yeah. I think that's why he's so appealing and so attractive to many people, because they can relate. Yeah. He keeps it real.
He's a very relaxed individual as well, and I suppose he gravitates towards anyone, and he's comfortable towards anyone.
And he's a massive presence too,
there's a massive presence to him, but he's a messer as well. Do you know what I mean? He's a joker. He's funny as well. He's very, very quick-witted, and he loves a sing-song.
Brilliant.
One of the shows we did in Cardiff, we had a great sing-song.
Yeah, he does like to sing.
He had a really good sing-song.
Are you looking forward to seeing him back this year, or do you have a certain apprehension about him returning to the ring?
Oh, no, I'm looking forward to seeing him come back. I think he's good for boxing. I do think he has a fight or two left in him. I think he does.
He's still relatively young, isn't he? He's only 30. Is he 36?
36. Yeah. I think he's got a bit more left in the tank.
He's willing to give.
Yeah, he's like he is technically he's a supremely talented fighter. I know the Usyk fights. They were. I felt the first fight. I felt the second fight was kind of. I think the two of them were just kind of working. They were working each other out for for those 12 rounds. But the first fight, I felt like it was heading in the direction of Fury from rounds 2 to 7, say. And then Usyk, being the incredible competitor that he is, he just turned it on in those championship rounds, and obviously wobbled him in the 9th round. But for me, it felt like a foregone conclusion in those middle rounds with Fury. I felt it was only going one way. Usyk started very fast, and I think Fury figured him out by round 2. Yeah, round 2, 3, maybe halfway into round 2, and he was hitting him with some really decent shots. But that first fight was a classic, in my opinion. It was a brilliant fight. I think the way Tyson recovered as well in the later rounds after being wobbled is a testament to how good he is as a boxer as well.
As a character,
But Usyk is just phenomenal.
Yeah. And again, it's not a matter that he was humiliated or that he lost by a far margin. It's very, very close margins. So he certainly has probably a bit more left in the tank to give.
He does. I did think that second fight was very tepid. I thought it was, there wasn't much.
A little bit more cagey the second time.
It was cagey, because they had both figured each other out the first time round. And
it's just a pure game of chess, isn't it?
It is. Well, it was always, that fight was always going to be a chess match. Between those two, it was always going to be the case. Yeah.
What's in store for you this year that you can disclose?
we've got a ton of Ooch TV stuff happening this year. In terms of what I want to do as well, with the presenting side of things, I do want to delve into entertainment. I would like to. I'm interviewing these boxers. I'm doing impressions of boxers to them at the end. Well, I'm asking them the journalistic questions, you could say. I'm asking the questions that everyone else is asking them. But I would like to do that with. I'd like to do that with actors. I'd like to actually do press junkets, red carpets, and I'd like to blend my humor into that. I studied film in college.
Okay.
As I go back to speaking about, the relationship I have with my father,
yes,
the two of us love film, and I have a big passion for cinema. Obviously, I do so many impressions of some of the biggest movie stars on the planet. And I just think it makes sense for me to, I suppose,
move into that world a bit more.
Yeah, test it out, see what happens in that world,
And is the opportunity presenting itself right now, or is that a matter of time?
I'm working on it. I'm working on putting something together for that.
Cool. Is that independent of Ooosch?
Yeah. It'll be my own thing.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which I think it'll be interesting. But with Ooch TV, we have a ton of stuff happening this year.
And what's been the highlight for you so far?
With Ooch TV.
And in general, yeah.
Oh, there's been so much. I mean, the Anthony Joshua thing was great. The Chris Eubank Jr. video was great. Mm-hmm. Even though there was a scathing article written about me in the Daily Mail.
Oh, was there?
Apparently it was insensitive that I did an impression of his father to his face. Even though I checked with him beforehand. Said, look, are you okay with me doing your dad? And he said, yeah, no problem at all. Mm-hmm. So I did that impression and many others, but is
that something you get as well in terms of
that was a first. That was a first awkward moment, they call it. Lo and behold, 2 days later, what happens in the stadium? He gets out of the bleeding Escalade and there's Chris Eubank Sr. walking in with him,
Yeah. So of course, yeah.
It was kind of like, well,
because when you did the impression, there was a fallout, was there?
They had fallen out for years.
Yeah, they had fallen out.
out.
That wasn't at least confirmed as a repaired relationship when you did the impression, and that's
no.
Yeah, okay.
There was a lot of noise that week around the whereabouts of
maybe you brought them closer together.
I don't know. I mean.
Yeah. Maybe it felt like he was talking to his father there in that impression.
From an opportunistic point of view, something up for him. Yeah. But I didn't criticize him like his father was doing before that fight.
Yeah.
I kind of it was very.
I did listen to Jay. Yeah, it was nice.
There was a sense of endearment there.
Yeah.
And I thought it was nice that Eubank, Senior arrived. I mean the pop in the stadium was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Everyone just screaming their heads off when it happened. It was great. It was a great moment for boxing. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's been so many high. I mean, we were at Katie Taylor's fight in Madison Square Garden, the third Serrano fight. Wasn't the best of the trilogy fights, in terms of like entertainment from a neutral point of view. But it was Katie Taylor's best performance because she was just dominant in that fight.
The game,
and that was amazing. And I thought, the split between the Irish and Puerto Rican fans in Madison Square Garden that night was unbelievable. Like, when we go somewhere, we give it our all. Do you know what I mean? We bring the atmosphere and the crack. Mm-hmm. But the Puerto Ricans, they held their own as well. They were brilliant. But the two sets of fans were in unison that night. It was great crack. Everyone having a dance. There was an energy to that night. That's a special venue as well. That's a historic venue.
Of course.
Madison Square Garden. Special moments have happened inside that arena,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then so when the camera's off and Al Foran is being Al Foran, what do we not see?
Dropping the kids to school.
Yeah.
Getting a puncture in my car yesterday.
Oh, lovely, yeah. You and me both, man, yeah.
Did you get one yesterday?
I got one on was it Monday? No, I got it repaired yesterday. Yeah, so I hear you. Yeah, I'm right there with you. That's a sign, is it? Slow down or something. Maybe, yeah.
Changing nappies.
You're flat. Dude, you need to recharge. Yeah.
Yeah. No, look, I'm flat to the mat with my kids. I adore them though. They're my two daughters, two characters, two very strong-minded little girls. They're is
it a challenge to with the traveling and the workload?
It can be a challenge. Yeah, I hate it. I do hate that aspect of it.
Because you're gone for a long period of time sometimes, aren't you?
Yeah. Considering how young they are,
it's tough.
It is tough. Yeah. Because I'm constantly requesting pictures from Alison, my wife, and actually I don't even need to say it to Alison. Alison constantly takes pictures of the kids when they're out, and but it is that is a challenge in itself, But they're two really good kids, and they're very close as well. They have a great relationship, the two of them. It's there's a friendship forming there between my two kids, and they're funny as well. Just as quick-witted, Yeah. My little daughter Sophia loves doing art. She's obsessed with art. She's really good at it as well. And my youngest Chloe, well, she's a mammy to I think about 10 or 12 toy babies.
Okay, yeah.
She loves playing that role. She loves it. Yeah,
she's sorted then.
Her babies. Yeah,
that's her purpose now.
Her favorite is Baby Evie.
Okay,
from Peppa Pig. The new.
Okay.
You're past that now.
I'm past that. You're thankfully past the Peppa Pig era. My goodness.
That's one thing that I do for my daughter now. Sophia wouldn't be too mad at it anymore, but I do Grandpa Pig.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Peppa. Hello, George. Grandpa Pig. And of course, Madame Gazelle. Hello, Peppa. Hello, George. And one of my favourites, because I always get her to do it, I said, what does Mr. Bull do?
Oh, Mr. Bull's brilliant.
We're digging up a road. Hello, Daddy Pig.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Mr. Bull's my favourite now.
Mr. Bull
just
was
digging
great.
up holes just for the sake of it.
Oh, pure chaos every time Mr. Bull came on the screen. He was great.
Yeah.
And some of the Paw Patrol ones. What is it? Mayor Humdinger.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Mayor Humdinger. Yes, the Paw Patrol. Oh, yes. Right,
Oh, thank goodness.
And she loves it.
Yeah. That's
thank goodness you're past that.
Yeah.
What am I dealing with the last couple of months? K-pop Demon Hunters. I think every parent is. Oh, you've never heard of it?
I've heard of K-pop, but not the Demon Hunter part, which
it's on Netflix.
Throws a spanner in the works.
It's huge.
All right, okay.
It's that song Golden. We're going up.
Yes.
That's from that movie.
Oh, really?
It's an animated movie on Netflix.
No.
Oh.
No.
God, you're so
not even going to mention it.
I am so the envy I'm feeling right now.
Oh, don't worry, man. I've got my own barrel of monkeys to contend with. So I do. Yeah. I've got a 15-year-old daughter who's, talk about mood swings. She's the master of it. Yeah. And then an 8-year-old son who's just the busiest. I'd say the busiest 8-year-old son or 8-year-old boy in this country. Yeah, just work. Doesn't sit.
Yeah.
He's always moving, always doing something.
Duracell bunny.
Oh yeah, massive, and pulling me left, right, and centre. But it's all good. It's all temporary, man. It's all temporary. You look back at this, and I gave my 15-year-old daughter, and I created a photo album for her birthday in December, and I was going through all the old photos of younger years, and I'm kind of going, wow, like that. Did I really appreciate those moments back then?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of smiles and laughter, but I was like, was I really present? Was I, did I give it my all?
You hear a lot of that. I hear a lot of that, from parents who have older kids, teenagers, and
just embrace it all, man. Even
embrace it all.
Yeah. Because again, it's all temporary.
It really is, man. It really is, and for all, I suppose. Listen, it can be a challenge in the mornings, and
of course,
getting them from A to B. This week, especially, where I have the little one in the car bringing Sophia to school, and that can be a bit of a challenge. Just getting them in the car, but then again, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
embrace it. Maybe one day just
Yeah.
Just enjoy.
You look back and go,
just enjoy the protests.
They won't be anymore. Don't talk to me anymore.
Here's the thing. Yeah. I put the 2-year-old in the car and there's the odd scream or two and putting her in the car because I have to tighten the seatbelt. She hates it. But safety first.
No, of course.
2 minutes later, she's there singing. She's what are we in? We're in January.
Yeah.
She's singing Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Okay. Yeah, that moment's passed.
Going, it's great. It was last month. Stop it, you know.
Brilliant, man. But that's class. Yeah.
It's funny, like.
Yeah, and it's like, do you take care of yourself when you're in the midst of all this chaos? Like, how do you manage?
You're obviously in fitness.
Well, I was in fitness.
You were in fitness.
I still.
Well, you still
keep fit. Yeah, as such.
I got to get back into that. No, truthfully, I got to get back into that.
That's one of the pillars.
100%. In terms of mental health, it's more for of course. Listen, I probably do. You see me now. I probably do need to get in shape. But for your mental health, it's key, and I think it's something that I have to just get back into again. Into the groove.
You've lost it in recent times.
I have.
Just the busyness of everything.
Busyness, traveling. You need it for your head. Even a walk. Do you know what I mean? A walk is
simple.
Keep it simple. I was training. Obviously, I trained with a fellow who did a podcast here, Stephen Tierney. I trained with a load of different personal trainers. I loved every minute of it. That feeling when you leave a gym, I'm actually missing it now. When you just finish a session, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's a mountaintop kind of thing.
Of course, yeah.
There's no better feeling than that.
The hardest challenge is just getting to the gym or getting in there.
It is. It is. Yeah. There's a fella actually in my estate who was training me, and he was unbelievable.
Time to give him a call again.
Here's the thing, though. Here's me talking about everyone who I've trained with. You know, I've nothing but glowing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Reviews for all of them.
And he's listening to this podcast now. Get on to Al. Get on.
Yeah, listen. Get on to me, guys.
Yeah.
It's got to be 1-to-1. Simple as. I'm a bit of a yapper, though.
Okay, of course.
I do yap. I do yap in the gym a bit.
Yeah, just extend that rest period a little bit more. Yeah.
No, I'm kind of conscientious and thinking that, the trainer is there thinking he's time wasting here, but I'm not. It's just me. It's
just the way you are.
Generally me.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's important, man. Stay on top of that. And yeah, again, it's just kind of going back to that with the children. Obviously, I mean, you love being with them and being around them and being present, but then you have to kind of leave. Is that one of the greatest challenges of being on the road? Or
there's a sense of dread about it as well.
Yeah.
There is, but you have to listen. It's life. It has to be done.
It's your purpose.
And when I'm on the ground for all of this Ooch TV stuff, or if I'm doing a gig, it's tunnel vision for that purely.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah,
and you're doing it for them too, to an extent.
I'm doing it. Of course.
You're bringing it back home.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back home for them, and look, everything is for them. Everything is for my 3 girls. They're my everything.
Of course.
And
how do you manage that loneliness or that separation when you're on the road? Like, because there's men listening to this too, and I work with men as well who work away from home and have leave the kids, and there's that there's that apprehension, and there's the, as you call it, the dread, and everyone manages it in a different way. Someone just gets stuck into work and it's just work and sleep and work and sleep, or some of them actually take time to process and to to sit with what's coming up and to help them perhaps in a way move through the challenge of being separate from their children and their family. But how do you manage that?
When I was in Miami, there was no time to process it. That's the thing. It was 100 miles an hour. I woke up and by the way, my jet lag was all over the place in Miami. Yeah. Thankfully, I got home and it was actually okay. I managed it. Yeah, and I'd rather that than being jet lagged when I got home.
Of course.
I woke up at 4 a.m. the day of the Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight. And I was up for 24 hours. Just working. You have to remember, we're at these events, right? We're filming these interviews, myself and Kellyanne. And then after that, there's a proper grind of we're on our phones and we're editing and we're putting stuff together because
you're posting it as well.
Oh yeah. We're the two of us are running the show.
Okay.
You know, we're running the show.
That's something to delegate to someone else.
We could.
Yeah.
We we could. We've had really talented videographers as well on board. But in Miami, it was the two of us with 2 iPhones.
That's heavy. Yeah.
It is, but I find the editing part. Some people are baffled when I say this, but I actually find it therapeutic. I like editing videos.
Yeah. Well, sort of brings you into the present, doesn't it? Because you're kind of focusing on
100%.
Yeah.
You know, the quality of this fucking iPhone as well.
Yeah,
for the face-offs.
Yeah.
You have to remember there's the reason why I probably love it. Let's go back to what I studied in college. I studied film. So I love the cinematography aspect of it. I love the story behind it, the different angles, the different kind of shot that I'm getting. I am thinking in my mind, I'm thinking as a
director.
As a director with regards to you know, and I do enjoy that aspect of it.
There could be that could be your calling, Al. Future director.
I'd love to be. Yeah, I directed short films in my college course.
Yeah,
loved it.
But it takes you out of the spotlight, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'd say I was more of I'd say 70% people's director as opposed to being a technical director.
I hear you.
That was that was 30% of what I did. Loved working with actors. Loved getting the best out of them. Go back to my brother, my older brother. He was an actor.
Okay. Cool.
He was in so many. He was in War of the Buttons as a kid. Into the West.
Oh, class, yeah. Classics.
Yeah, classics. He was in all of them as a kid, and he was a big inspiration for me growing up. You know, he did all impressions of Joe Pesci and different. He was a great singer as well.
Yeah, he's moved away from that.
He moved away from that. Yeah, when he was a teenager, but he worked with. He worked with Alan Rickman, Peter O'Toole,
Gabriel Byrne,
obviously Gabriel Byrne, Colin Meaney.
Some big names there.
Tom Cruise, Nicole Kidman in Far and Away. That was his first.
Oh yeah, class.
First thing they did, like Ron Howard, what was it? Richard Dreyfuss as well.
Yeah.
On Oliver Twist, he
was
some childhood he had. He
Yeah.
had a great childhood. He worked with Elijah Wood and Oliver Twist as well.
Right. He's handed over the torch then, so.
Yeah. He's the biggest Man United fan as well.
Oh yeah.
But I remember using him for one of our short films.
Oh really?
And I remember it was like he had this natural ability once.
Just switch it on.
Yeah. Once the camera was on him.
Yeah.
He switched it on.
Yeah.
I don't think he realised it.
Yeah,
and I don't think I still don't think he realises it. But just this natural ability came true in him when we did this short film with him.
Class.
You know?
Is that something you're ever interested in terms of acting?
Well, I'm in a series called Borders. It's a BBC series. It's about 5 black youths from a really underprivileged part of London. They're highly intelligent kids, and the 5 of them get scholarships to this fancy boarding school in Bristol, and I played the school porter.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the cast, I'm like the goody two shoes, school porter, janitor, security guard, you name it. But the cast, especially the 5 main cast members, they're absolutely brilliant.
Is that out?
Talents.
Is that out?
We're heading into the 3rd season now.
Oh
yeah.
All right. Didn't know that one.
Yeah,
I check it out.
Filmed in Bristol every summer.
Oh, class.
And it's great.
So you've done 2 seasons, and are you
3 seasons?
So you've finished the 3rd season?
Sorry, 2 seasons are available to watch now. Yeah.
Okay, and the 3rd season is.
3rd season will be.
It's going to be out.
Yeah, it will be out in March or April.
Oh, class! I'll check that out, man. I'll stick that on my watch list. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Listen, it's a bit of crack. You know, I enjoy it.
Are you in every episode?
I'm in most of the episodes. Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Do you like that party play, or do you feel like you're
I
being
love it.
undermined in some ways? Like, no. Give me something more.
I like it. I do.
And will that open a door, do you feel, to something else? Or is this
is it
something you want to venture into?
Listen, I do hope so. I do enjoy it. You know, hopefully, more roles open up for me in the near future. Yeah, that'd be great.
And do you have to change the accent in that show?
No, I didn't have to.
All right, so you're okay. Nice one, yeah.
I was a dub.
You don't need to stick on an English impersonation. Okay,
no,
cool. Alan, my man, wonderful conversation.
Likewise,
really enjoyed this, man, and just being present with you for the last hour. It's been a privilege and an honor and a pleasure. Thank you so much. And you're doing some great work as we talked about, and you have a massive following already, rightly so. And for anyone listening to the podcast here, please let them know where they can find you if they're not already following you.
Yeah,
and follow your good work and your journey going forward.
Yeah, look, if you want the joyous content, Al Foran Comedy on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. If you want me moaning about Man United 24/7, at Impressionist Al on X, Twitter. Yeah.
We'll talk about Man United off mic. Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be another hour.
Oh man, I'm tired. I'm tired about that subject.
All good. Thank you, Al.
Thanks, Gavin.
Sweet. I want to thank Gavin Meenan Construction and Carpentry for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. Go and check out Declan for all your first and second fixing, renovation, flooring, decking, and roofing. And you can check him out through Instagram. You'll find that in the link below.